welcome back to my channel. Welcome back for this WIP and chat. My name is Lena and this is Diamonds and Sparkles. And as I said, today we're here to do a WIP and chat. I don't know exactly what I'm going to talk about because yeah, I don't really know. I guess I'm going to start just with this diamond painting and I'll see if, you know, some ideas start popping up here and there. So yeah, I am using very regular and simple tools. I have like a tray from Diamond Art Club. I have the tweezers of Diamond Art Club. I have this pen and this multiplacer. This is the 8 multiplacer from Diamond Art Club and I'm loving it. I want to buy more of these. And I am using a single placer from Diamond Art Club that my boyfriend got me. And the pen is also from Diamond Art Club. The reason why I buy from Diamond Art Club is because right now my budget is very limited and I prefer to stick with a company that I know. And you know, if my situation changes in the future, I would really love to just branch out and try as many companies as I possibly can. But for now, we're sticking with Diamond Art Club because, you know, it's what I know. So here I'm starting with these, the letter C, but I think I'm gonna need more. Let me go and grab another bag of this one. What is it? 320. I'm gonna put some release paper on top if I drop some drills. I don't want them to fall on top of the sticky section. But actually I do this with all of the colors that have more than one bag. I only pour one bag into the container and I use it until I am done with it, and then I just refill my little bottles. But yeah, I want to start actually saying that Diamond Art Club, I need a way for them to release stuff as I can buy it, as I can buy it. Of course, that's a little silly to say, but oh my god, I have been wanting the signed diamond paintings from Eau Claire Studios for months now, and I've been preparing for the Scorpio one because I'm a Scorpio and that's the one I've been waiting for such a long time. And you know, after a few months where I was just seeing that it was not coming out, I said, you know what, maybe they're leaving it for later. Maybe they're holding on to that. And I went ahead and bought 5 of the little diamonds of Harry Potter. I bought Ron, Hermione, Luna Lovegood, Harry, and Draco Malfoy. And I said, it's fine. I don't think they're gonna come up with something on these few days. And, you know, I don't even have in my hands those diamond paintings. And I just saw that they release a preview for these weekend releases. And what is there? Scorpio by Eau Claire Studios. So, I don't know. I don't know how sought after it could be. I think there's right now only one of the signs that is in stock. I think it was Leo, if I'm remembering correctly, but all of the other ones are sold out. And I'm scared that they're not going to restock them. I'm scared that they won't be restocking them. I mean, but they're not archived, so I guess they are going to be, but again, I don't want to wait too much on that. And I mean, it's not that expensive. It's going to be like the same price as the other ones, which, you know, it's not going to be even $50. And I was thinking about just using coupons for it, you know, just using my points to get it. but I don't know. I'm still on the fence about it. And also, even if I have a discount with the points, I still have to pay for shipping and all of that. So I do not know. I don't know what to do. The easy answer would be to get it with my credit card, but I don't want to. So what I have left to do is just to wait and see how, you know, just crossing my fingers for it not to go out of stock. And if it goes out of stock, crossing my fingers again so that it doesn't get archived. Now, I thought initially, you know, the first preview of what's coming this weekend was PCs. And I said, like, you know what? I don't think this is going to be the week where they release like 2 different zodiac signs out of 2 different series, if you want to see them as, you know, series by different artists. So I was not worried about it. I was just like, I just hope that it's not a kid that I really like, because I have very few that are instant buys or that I would consider instant buys. But after PCs came Scorpio. And who would have guessed that they were going to release 2 signed ones in 1 week? Definitely not me. But, oh, dogs are barking. But yeah, it is what it is, I guess. I'll need to see what happens from now until Saturday. Either a miracle or I just don't buy it, which is the most likely thing in my horizon to happen. And, oh, one drill is just not in its place. And just as I was kind of coming to terms with the fact that that was happening, I just go on Instagram again and I see that Diamond Art Club has a new publication, and that is that they're coming out with the 5th movie poster of Harry Potter. And I just, yeah, but that by then I was, you know, I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Now, those are not instant buys, because if those were instant buys, I would have them all accumulated in my house, because I don't think I would be able to work like on all of them one after the other, because since they're all so big and have so many dark colors, I think it would be a bit overwhelming for me. But that happened. So, and I've seen, I mean, I think that they're going to keep them stocked all the way until all of them are released. Now, they are being released at a very fast rate, at least the last 3. So if the rate is still the same, in a few months we're going to have the entirety of the series, which is also quite scary, because I don't know if by a few months from now I'm going to have the budget to, you know, just buy 7 canvases, because I imagine that they're going to be releasing a canvas for the 7th movie part 1 and another one for the 7th movie part, for the 7th book part 2. Because, I mean, if they're their movie posters, I would imagine that the diamond paintings are also going to be 7. That's what would make sense to me, at least. And that's what I would like to see for the 8th to be released as diamond paintings, not only 7. But regardless, that is something that I will have to wait and see, I guess. For now, the last diamond paintings that I bought were those ones, as I said, the minis, and I'm gonna get them, I think, wait, today's Wednesday. I might get them tomorrow, or even or Friday at most, I believe. I need to ask my boyfriend, because we order them to an address that we have in the US. I don't order them directly to my country, because Actually, it sometimes takes not that much longer than if I would get, like, when I order to the address from the US, but it's so much more expensive if I order it in my currency instead of USD for my address in USD. But yeah, so I ordered those. They got to that address last Friday, so I'm expecting to get them by this Friday at most. I mean, I expect them to get here into my city, but it's not sure when we're going to go get them from the post office where they are sent, because we do have to go get them personally. But actually, I am really excited because this kit is a little bit overwhelming so far, because it's a big one. It's 70 by 102 centimeters, and it's really, really confetti heavy. This is my second week working. My second week? Yeah, I mean, technically it would be my third week, but I'm not counting it as 3 weeks because I only worked on this one for 1 day of that first week, in theory, that I worked on it. But, you know, complete weeks, this is going to be my second week. And also, I last week I didn't work every single day on this. I worked the first 2 days, and then the next following days I worked. Oh, I'm yawning. And I saw that I missed a spot of this color. That always happens. Let me move. Yeah, that always happens. Where was I? What was I telling you? I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, I worked on this for a few days last week, and then I decided that it was getting a bit overwhelming, so I worked on 2 budget canvases, and I finished those, and yesterday I came back to work on this again, and I am getting to the middle of the I'm getting to the middle of the 4th row, which is full of greens, as you can see. I always do this. I just get so many drills into the tray, even though I'm only going to be placing a few. But that's my bad. Okay. Okay, now we have this other green going. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Let me take my earbuds out. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. I lost my train of thought entirely. That always happens to me. This brain fog is just not very cool. Okay, I was telling you about the canvases, and I was telling you about the Harry Potter ones, that I might get those tomorrow or on Friday, and that we have to get them from the post office where they get sent. And I think that was it, right? Oh, now I remember. That's the previous thing I was talking about. What I was talking about this time was that I'm the 4th row of this one, because I got a little bit overwhelmed, and I ended up working on 2 canvases for that are for my budget ones, and I finished one in 3 days and then another one in another 3 days. So that's what I did basically the entirety of last week. And then on Sunday, was it on Sunday? I guess it was on Sunday. I took this one out again, and I just like made some sections, but I actually started to work on this until Monday, and today is Wednesday. So for 2.5 days, or 3 days if we consider this my 3rd day, I made progress of an entire row, because the last time that I worked on this, I left the 3rd row exactly in the middle by half, and right now I'm just starting to work on the last section before I get to the exact middle this canvas. Also, this is the very first time that I am working with just the plastic and sectioning off with washi tape and not with release papers. And that is because I wanted to try the new paper that is in the canvases from Diamond Art Club, the one that comes pre-cut. And so far, I mean, I like some parts of it, but I don't like others. I know that they are making some, oh, this was not, I know that they're making some improvements. I've seen it here and there on other channels, other people commenting on that Diamond Art Club is making some improvements on the paper. What are, did I place, oh my god, my mind is just all over the place. I don't even remember putting this down there, but I guess I did. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, what I was saying is that I heard that they're making some improvements, and I'm really, really waiting to see what those improvements are, because I like some aspects of it, but the way it's cut, you know, it's so much more sturdier, more thick than the previous plastic that they had. But the places where it's like pre-cut, sometimes you start ripping it off, or at least I don't know if it's a me problem, if I don't know how to do it correctly, but many times, most times when I am tearing it up, it kind of goes crooked and goes, you know, other way instead of going straight down the way the dotted section is. And again, I don't know if it's a me thing or if it's a paper thing, but regardless of that, oh, this one is ugly. I mean, not ugly, but this one has like a little, yeah, that is a trash trail. I don't know if it's a me thing or if it's a Diamond Art Club thing. I mean, their paper thing, but I'm gonna keep using it. For now, one of the things that I am realizing is that I am liking sectioning it off with washi tape better than using the release paper. I was obsessed with using release paper because for me, handling the paper, the plastic was kind of trickier, but I guess that as I've been working on this canvas, I've gotten a little bit more used to it, and I am enjoying it instead of dreading it as I was before. And so far, so good. I am not sure if I'm going to keep, oh, look at all that static. Ugh. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep working with this plastic or with the release papers, but maybe I can have like some sort of combination of both depending on how I feel. For now, I'm liking it better because I can still see the entirety of the image instead of just blocking it off with release paper. The paper that I have is a Diamond Art Club. And also, I like to see the image, and I like to see it because it helps me anticipate to what's coming. For example, here I was not dreading it as much because even though it's a lot of colors, there are these kind of big-ish sections that I am not seeing in many other parts of the canvas, so I was feeling less dreadful to work on the next section, precisely because I knew it was not going to be that overwhelming. I think that's some of the things that overwhelmed me in the third row, and that is that a lot of the third row was insane confetti, insane confetti. And I don't dislike confetti. I really like it, especially because, you know, all of the detail that it ends up giving to the image. But having that amount of confetti, to be just confetti and not have a single area of color blocking, oh my god. I mean, in one of the sections I used like 18 shades of blue, 18 different blues in just one section, in a small section, a 10 by 10 section. I usually like to work on even bigger sections. Sometimes I like to work in sections that are kind of the size of the release paper. This is like a big of the release papers from Diamond Art Club, but I cut it in half. I usually like to work, this is I think 14 centimeters by 20 or something like that, and I work just fine with those sizes. But with as much confetti, I knew I was not going to be able to do that, and that's other of the reasons why I decided to work with this new pre-cut, pre-perforated cover, because I was going to adhere to the size of this paper. And thank God I did, because if if this had not had that pre-cut paper and I had gone with my regular way of using release paper and working on those big sections, I think I would be way more overwhelmed by this canvas. Jesus, it was just too much. Other thing that happened between the last time that I filmed a WIP and CHAT and today is that, well, not happened, but, you know, a new kind of update, I guess I would say, is that I am not sure if I want to stick to one of my goals that I have for February. I set a goal that I wanted to finish 80% of this canvas by the end of February. That it was not my goal to finish it, but that I would like to make that much progress, up to 80%. And I think that I'm going to be changing that, because as I said, if I had stayed with that goal in mind, I would not have been able, air quotes, to leave this project for almost a week to work only on smaller budget canvases, because I would have felt kind of like obligated to work on it. And I don't want this to feel like an obligation. I don't want to start seeing diamond painting as a labor. I want it to just keep being a hobby that I truly, really enjoy a lot. But last week, when I got into the middle of the third row and I was like too overwhelmed, I was finding myself actually not wanting to work on this kit because I felt overwhelmed by all the confetti that I had just done. And so I decided that it's fine. I don't need to complete a quota of a hobby. I just need to keep doing the hobby and enjoy it as much as I can. And if I'm not enjoying it, I can do something different. And so I decided that I was just going to be working on this kit for as long as I would want to, the days that I feel like it. And if I am feeling a little bit overwhelmed by it, not to force myself to work on it, because I, for some reason, set myself a goal of something when it's not necessary, because this is a hobby. So that's a change that I made. And, after working on those smaller canvases, I came back to this, and yes, finishing the third row was a bit of an overwhelming. I had a bit of an overwhelming feeling again, but I finished that and I started the next row, the fourth row, and that just went away. Yesterday, I made a lot of progress, and today I have not made that much progress, but I don't feel like bad or anything. I am feeling really, really happy about it. And the most important thing of all is that I'm feeling like I actually want to do this diamond painting. I am not feeling like I'm not dreading it, like I had started to dread it last week. So that's great news. So as long as I feel like that, I'm going to keep working on this. And if I just start feeling a little bit of dread or overwhelmed for any reason, being this kit or being any other kit, I'm just going to stop, give myself some time, and let myself, change the kit if that's what's necessary, or rest for a day or two if that is what's necessary. Just keep doing what I think it's necessary for this to still be a hobby, because that's what I want it to be. This is kind of one of my safe places, my safe spaces, and I want it to still be like that, I just went on a tangent, or, well, no, it was not a tangent. Well, I don't know what it was, but I just went on a ramble, I guess. That's what I wanted to say. So, yeah. Also, at the end of the last week, I had another job interview, but I ended up not getting chosen, and it's better because the position of the job was, you know, a good position relatively, and the pay was relatively good as well. But I was kind of going to be put in a position where I was going to be there, you know, do everything as needed. You know, if they needed a certain activity to be done or a certain position to be filled, I was going to have to do that, and the schedule was not straight up. You know, sometimes I would have to do a day shift, sometimes a night shift, sometimes an afternoon shift, and that's one of the things that I am not looking forward to do, because in my previous job, I was just jumbled up everywhere. I was changed even from city to city, and it was just dreadful because I was kind of being used as, you know, how do you say that word in English? Let me look for that word in English so you can kind of understand better. Let me look that word. How do you say? Yes, that's the word I wanted to use. Like a wild card, you know? And that's the last thing I want to do. I mean, I have a career, and I don't want to be just feel like I'm being used to do whatever they need at the moment, and that maybe doesn't even align exactly with my position or the official position that I would be getting. So at the end, it was okay that I was not selected for that position specifically. So now I am in search for more jobs. Finding a job it's really difficult at the moment, and I've heard the same from more than one person. The job field is really complicated right now, and it's a bit discouraging at times, but I have to also understand that sometimes it is what it is, and it's a matter of time. I just hope it would not be as much time as it's being at the moment, but you know, there are things you cannot control. Let me check, because I have a new message from my boyfriend, I guess. Oh no, it's not from my boyfriend. What is this? Oh, I was actually contacted by some place. Oh, no, I'm not interested. Yeah, so I applied to a place that allegedly it said that it was remote, but it ended up not being remote. And right now I am looking for a remote position. I'm looking for two types of position. One is another general position that I am able to do that is remote, or one that is my actual career in place. But yeah, I mean, the remote one is worth the money for being a remote one, but if it's not a remote one, then I don't see it being worth it, because it's less pay than I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, the point is I still have some things that are kind of hard no's and hard yeses, and that's one of the things. So for now, I am still in search of a job. Thankfully, I have all of my basic needs covered, and, a diamond painting every once in a while. but I'm not putting anything towards my savings because I have not been having income, and I want to keep contributing to my savings because I'm a huge savings. What is this? What is this from? Oh, it is a J. That is a huge part of my mental health, to be building my savings for retirement, because that is one of the things that I'm a bit paranoid about of not having enough for retirement, or getting to a certain age in life and not being able to retire because I have not enough. That's a nightmare. That is a nightmare. But yeah, point being, I just want to keep increasing my savings the way I was. Maybe not at the same rate, but I pour so many drills in a little single tray, but it's fine. So yeah. Now, what other updates are here in my life? Not many, really. Oh, today's Wednesday, so today's Valentine's Day. And I don't know about you, but me and my boyfriend, we really don't do much on Valentine's. He told me that when he came back from work, he was gonna take me out for dinner or something, and I just told him, like, you know what? Let's maybe do it other day, because today's gonna be everywhere's going to be full of people, and I don't like people. I mean, if it's full, I don't know, but I'll have to ask him if we're going to go somewhere. He already gave me my Valentine's gift. I don't like flowers at all, but my Valentine's gift was actually, oh, there are 2 drills stuck here. My Valentine's gift was just to let me choose my candy, 3 different types of candy from Costco. Like, they could be any type of candy that I wanted, and I usually limit myself in the type of candy that I buy, because I shouldn't be eating that much candy, because I have a chronic condition. Well, I have a few chronic conditions, and they, I feel way better physically if I don't eat certain food or certain, like, chemicals, and candy is one of those. But I still love candy way too much just to leave it all behind. So, you know, I don't usually buy candy, but this was one of those occasions where I had to, because it's Valentine's. This is kind of stained, I think. Where was I? Yeah. So I got some macarons. Is that how you call them? I have no idea if that's how you call them. I call them macarons. There are strawberry and chocolate ones. It's a 20 piece box, and they are in the heart of the shape of a heart. I also got some fudge muffins. They're like these huge chocolate muffins covered with chocolate fudge. They're really good, but I cannot even finish an entire one. Like, I eat half of it, and then, like, maybe in a few hours, or sometimes even the next day, I get to eat the rest of it, because it's just too much. It's too much. But they're delicious. I mean, they're delicious, but yeah. Oh, I didn't grab anything. And the other thing is chocolate covered almonds. And I am trying not to go too fast through them, because I could go over the entire thing. I mean, it's a big container. I could go over the entire thing, like, in a blink of an eye. I mean, not literally, but quite quickly. And so I'm trying to pace myself with them, and I'm trying to like really eat them consciously and slowly instead of us just stuffing my face into them. Oh, like enjoying them and all, because yeah, I'm trying just to be mindful of eating those. What else? I don't think there's much to say. I mean, other than those things, I don't think there's any updates other than that. And maybe one other update could be that I got to drive to a further destination that I'm used to. I don't think I've told you, but I only learned how to drive last year, on March of last year, and I didn't drove anything from March until February. No, February, no. I'm just thinking that we are in February. No, from March until October. So I spent 3 months not driving anything at all. And then in October, I got my car. And yeah, from October until today, that is 4 months, because I got it mid-October and we're mid-February. I have driven my car and it has only around 150 kilometers. So there you go. That's how much I've driven in 4 months. Now, I want you to take into consideration that even though that, yes, I live in a city, I am not from the US, so here things are pretty close one to the other. And my city is a big one, but the only real places that I actually go is to my HB or to the bank or to a Starbucks, and all of that is about 1.5 kilometers, maybe a little less. And even my pharmacy is less than that distance from my home, so that doesn't give me a lot of reasoning to drive or to put more kilometers or mileage into my car. But you know, it's better. It's just my car doesn't get depreciated even more, so that's great. Everywhere else we go in my boyfriend's car. We have gone sometimes in my car. Oh, I place that so crooked. Look at all that gap. Oh, I'm gonna fix it. But driving has been a whole experience for me. I was one of those people who thought I was never going to be able to drive in my life. It gave me such anxiety, and I don't know how. I mean, whenever I'm driving, it doesn't matter how short of a distance it is. I'm just mind blown at the fact that I am actually driving. And I even already completed kind of like a milestone of driving. I mean, I don't know who set up these milestones other than myself for me, but one of my milestones was to be able to drive while listening to music. Because the very first times that I drove up until last week, I could not put music on my phone or anywhere because I was just too stressed out that I was going to go, you know, that I was going to do something wrong, basically. So I didn't even try to do it. But last week, I went to a convenience store, and then I went to the pharmacy, and on my way back, I put my music on. I put music on my phone, and I felt so proud of it. I was a little bit more stressed than usual, but I did it, and it felt really good. So that was kind of like one of my milestones of driving that I wanted to complete. My first big milestone was I don't remember what word I was using in English. Milestone, oh my god. The very first milestone that I wanted to complete, and I did quite fast, was to drive on my own, like with no one in the passenger side. because I was so paranoid that I was not going to know what to do, that I was going to suddenly just blank about something and, you know, get into a crash car or something. That the first times that I drove, my boyfriend was on the driver's side. I mean, on the passenger side, I'm sorry. And that was the first milestone that I did. Yeah, the next milestone that I have is to go to a new place, but through a very transited avenue that I am not very fond of, that it's quite scary. That is my next milestone. But, you know, there's no rush, at least. Oh, that's so crooked. There's no rush for me. I prefer to go slowly but surely than to just kind of fast track that and maybe get into an accident or something. That's one of my biggest fears, to just get into a car accident because of a silly thing that I did or did not do. So there I go. Oh, I just have one of that. Whenever this happens, that I get only one drill in the entire section, I don't even pour it. I don't even try it. I just grab one straight from the container and place it right there. Oh, this color is gorgeous, by the way. It's like a cherry red. It's $4.98 of DMC, if you want to know, but I just love this color. That goes there. So yeah, that is sort of all of my updates, I believe, regarding stuff of, you know, my personal life and a little bit of my diamond painting goals that I made. Oh, I love this tack. Maybe I put too much on it, but I prefer it than, because I've put sometimes, to my opinion, too little, because I have difficulty grabbing the diamonds. So even if it spills a little bit, I really don't mind. I just rearrange it like you just saw, and I just use it again. And this tack is amazing because it lasts me, like, I barely change it. The last time I changed it was, I think, 4 or 5 days ago, I believe, like a long time ago. And I'm not going to be needing to change that in a while. I already know that. But yeah, other thing that, well, this is more something that I think I'm going to do, but I'm still not sure, is that I said in my previous WIP and CHAT, I think that I am not, well, not in my previous one, in one of my previous ones, not exactly the previous one, but I was saying that I was struggling with making 1 hour long videos of just me talking, because I feel that I'm not interesting, or that not many things happen in my life, and that I kind of struggle to make it to an entire hour of talking. So that day, at that time, I decided that I was not going to force myself. I was just going to, you know, talk about what I felt that I could talk in that moment. And if I didn't reach the entire hour, it's going to be absolutely fine. And if I didn't, it was okay as well. I was not going to force myself, basically. And I did that, and I've been doing that since then. But then, like days like today, I don't know for how long I've been recording, because I had to stop the timer. I mean, I had to stop the recording and restart it, and I didn't check what was the time before. And right now, the thing that holds my phone is covering the part where it says the time that's been recording. So I don't really know for how long I've been talking, but I've been thinking about making videos where I am working on it, but not necessarily talking that much, like the last one I made, where yes, I talked through a little bit, but then just kept working. And, you know, having I was trying to figure out if I wanted to keep doing that, or if I wanted to switch to just diamond paint, like with like an ASMR type of thing, where I just diamond paint, and the only thing that is audible in the recording is, you know, the drills being placed and being put in the tray, and, you know, stuff like that. I'm still not deciding. I'm still indecisive about it. What I'm thinking right now is that I might do like both things, like just do a WIP Friday, maybe, instead of a WIP and chat. Yeah, actually, now I hadn't thought about it, but I could do, instead of a WIP and chat, maybe I could just do like a WIP Friday, because right now I am uploading my videos on Friday. Maybe do them, you know, regarding of the day, make them to be like WIP Friday or WIP Saturday. For now, they're gonna stick to Friday, I guess, and just WIP. Sometimes I'm going to talk, sometimes I'm not going to talk. Sometimes it's going to be a mix of both. Sometimes it's going to be exclusively ASMR, sometimes exclusively diamond painting, sometimes a mix of both. So that might be one thing that I might start implementing. But I'm still thinking about it. I guess I'll see how I feel next week when I need to do another WIP type of video. For now, I'm leaning towards, you know, a WIP something instead of chat, because a WIP is something that I can kind of assure that I can do every single week. I changed WIP for a week. Oh my god. But the chatting, I don't know. The chatting is still feeling a bit, I don't know, awkward, talking about my life. Yeah. So it might stick to WIP and something else. What that something else might be, I still do not know. But how much? Yeah, I've done about, I would say 40% of the image right now. The next color is going to be this one. But this has not been dreadful or anything. I am not overwhelmed yet. I think I'm going to get a little bit overwhelmed once I get to the last bit of this row, because the further I move down, at least in the last part, I think it's gonna get pretty confetti heavy. I also want to start working so bad on underwater train. I cannot wait. I've been having it sitting just there next to my desk for almost 2 weeks, and I have not started it, and I just am I just want to start it, but we'll see. I want to work on this for as long as I feel like I want to, and if I feel that I need another break, I am going to start working on that. But at the same time, I want to start working ASAP when I get my Harry Potter little diamond ones. They're so adorable. I just cannot wait to see them. Especially, I don't know why, I am really looking forward to see the one of Draco Malfoy and the Luna one. Those were, strangely, the ones that I wanted the most. Even more, than the Harry, Hermione, and Ron ones. Out of the other ones, I really want Dumbledore. Hagrid and Dobby, like, I'm still like really meh about. But it would be nice to just have them complete as a collection, and I would happily work on them all. But out of the ones that I am missing, Dumbledore is the one that, did I say it another name before instead of Dumbledore? But yeah, Dumbledore is the one that I definitely really want to have. I just don't know. The colors, that one in particular has something in it that is just really great. But at the time where I got the other ones, I had a certain percentage that kept my purchase at $100. So that was all I could spend, $100. And if I added another one, it was going to go over what I could get at the time. So I had to leave Dumbledore out and get the kids, if you will. I would actually like one of Ginny that size, and Neville as well, but I don't think we'll get it, right? What did I do? No, I don't think we'll get it. And with these canvases and the ones from the movies, I'm starting to realize that, you know, I thought that I was not that obsessed with Harry Potter anymore, but even now I am with another hobby, that is diamond painting. I still want all the things Harry Potter. Oh my god. But yeah. Yeah, apparently once a Potterhead, always a Potterhead. Am I right? At least it's been my case. I don't know if it's the case for everyone else out there. I cannot wait to see all the sneak peeks, all the sneak peek videos, especially from the ones that I really want, the Scorpio one and the Harry Potter one. Oh, how do I get all these reels just flying around without noticing? And then when I'm already another color, I notice them. It's fine. It is fine. But I guess we'll have to wait for Friday. That's when I think all the I forgot the word. Jesus. All the sneak peeks come out on Friday. So as I said, I have no idea of how long this video is, but I have nothing else to tell you, I think. So this is going to be it for today's video. As you can see, I made all of this progress, and I'm going to be finishing this section off. And now that I spoke about it, I really want to start working on underwater trains. So I might start working on that after finishing this section. So thank you all so much for watching, and see you all guys later. Goodbye.